It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Daily Southtown newspaper. And if you haven't figured it out by now, we are at Hillcrest High School, home of the Hawks, the 5-0 Hawks. They are rolling, man. So coming off a 27-7 win over Lamont. They are at Tinley Park Friday, 7 p.m. But let me tell you how much this program has turned around. They scheduled Lamont for their homecoming game. You know, you want a surefire win. But that takes some guts because Lamont is a tremendous program. But Coach Morgan Weaver and his staff have done an unbelievable job. Kind of picked up the torch from Coach Marquise Cole a couple years ago, and they've just taken it to another level. So we're going to have on Coach Morgan Weaver, 2010 Hillcrest graduate, as our first guest. Second guest is going to be senior offensive lineman Danny Cattrom. He's done a great job, first-year starter, good kid. So we got a great show for you guys tonight. A lot of Hawks, a lot of good stuff. We're going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. Remember, beggarspizza.com. Join the Big Cheese loyalty program. Plenty of perks, Beggar's Bucks, all kinds of good stuff. And, of course, the best pizza in the South Side. All right, we come back. Hillcrest football coach Morgan Weaver. He will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
Hello, boys. I'm a drop-dead gorgeous pepperoni sausage, hold the vegetables deep dish pizza. Just look at my cheese. Your place or mine. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Thank you, Coach's Corner, for celebrating all these great athletes. Now celebrate the American Classic with Apple Chevy. Classics like the Chevy Impala. Originating in 1958, the Chevy Impala is older than the states Hawaii and Alaska. It still holds its sleek and stylish design with a focus on luxury. It has the option to have the power of 305 horses. Don't take my word for it. Come test drive it today at Apple Chevy.
Surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
Hello, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, first guest tonight, football coach Morgan Weaver. Morgan, thanks for coming on board again, man.
No problem. Excited to be here.
You're batting 1,000. Second year as a head coach, second year on the Coach's Corner Show, man.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you win. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely appreciate the opportunity.
All right, man. Well, 2010 Hillcrest grad. Hawks are 5-0. They're rolling. So through this start, offense, defense, special teams, what has surprised you most?
Just guys' attention to detail in all three phases of the game, and just coming out to practice every day to compete. We got a lot of guys that someone goes down, someone can step up, and they know their position can be taken at any given time, and we can play someone else week to week. So the guys are just competing in practice and paying attention to the details. And just taking the coaching, we correcting those guys, and it's no talk back or anything. It's okay, coach. I'll get it fixed, and we move on.
Yeah, discipline. Like it says up on the wall over here, and Gerard will get a shot of it. High standards, high expectations, no excuses, no exceptions.
Yep,
and those guys are towing the line, right?
Yeah, that's definitely what we preach.
That's key, man. All right, so you've outscored opponents 195-37. That's pretty lopsided, man. What has made this offense so explosive?
We got a lot of guys that can do some things. This year we're more balanced than we ever been before in the years past. We were pretty much air raid. We were passing the ball, slinging the ball around. This year we can actually run the ball. We have a dynamic running back, sophomore running back, Marquise Irvin, who's he just recently rushed for 300 yards this past week, and kudos to the offensive line. Those guys are working hard. The receivers are working hard, and we got all 4 of our receivers back. We got Corey Crooms, Nick Lindley, Jason Coley, Montez Garrett, Andre Smith. So all those guys are back from last year, and they were key contributors for us. So we just got a lot of pieces on offense, and we can go to the air and we can run it, and
balance.
Pretty much just pick your poison.
The one guy that you didn't have last year that's here this year, though, is your quarterback, Basil Weber. And he transferred from Providence. He's a senior. So what has he kind of added to this offense, having him?
He's added the smarts at quarterback, man. He's been playing quarterback all his life, really. So we're kind of at the point where we just don't want to overcoach him. Just kind of let him go out there and do his thing. Work on his feet and things like that. The biggest thing is just him gelling with those guys, those receivers, those running backs, the offensive line. And he's came in, he's fit right in. The guys love him. They appreciate him, and he works just as hard as they do. So it hasn't been any step back with him stepping in. So.
Well, the guy that was expected to be your starting quarterback was Montez Garrett. I talked to him before the season. So, when you got to break the news to a kid like that, who's a quarterback as well, but who can do other things, you're playing him on both sides of the ball. What was that conversation like, and how did you kind of keep his spirits up, man?
Yeah, the great thing about Montez is he's a competitor, and he just wants to be on the field no matter what he's doing. He's a kid he's going to do everything 100 miles an hour. So, when I told him, hey, we're going to go in a different direction, but hey, you're still going to be on the field contributing for us at receiver and at strong safety for us, there was no question about it. He's a team guy, and he wants to do what's best for the team.
Yep,
so.
That's an awesome kid, man. So your defense is allowing less than 8 points a game. What is it about this defense? What is this defense's strength?
Our strength, we pursue to the ball. That's something that we work every day. All 11 has to the ball. We kind of tweaked some things from our defense last year. We're bringing in a new defensive coordinator. It was actually my cousin, Kyran Weaver. Okay. He spent 10 years at the collegiate level, so he's seen a lot of ball, seen a lot of football, and just getting guys in the right spot. And when we're out there in practice, those guys are really honing in to where we're teaching. And watching a ton of film and, correcting the mistakes and getting those things fixed before pregame and things like that. So, and we're pretty much senior-led on defense. We have a lot of seniors, especially on the D-line, where you got a guy like Cam Maddox, who's committed to Northern Illinois as well. Then you got a Jason Coley, who's committed to North Dakota. You got guys in their senior year that just want to win and fly around and, do what they can to make this a successful season.
Yeah. Well, that's a good segue because, when you took over the program 2 years ago, Marquise Cole had this thing going. And Marquise played in the NFL, Northwestern grad, Hillcrest grad. So he had the turnaround going. What have you and your staff done to kind of keep the success train moving here, man? And what did you kind of learn from Coach Cole?
We haven't really changed anything. The biggest thing that I learned from him is just when you give these guys just a little bit of discipline, a little bit of accountability, you start to see the change in them, and that's in the classroom and on the field as well. So when you hold these guys accountable, it's crazy what they can do and what they can become. So.
And you have a ton of alum, man. There's a lot of Hillcrest Hawks on this staff. What is the benefit of that?
The benefit of having a ton of alum on the staff is, a lot of these guys, we lived in the neighborhoods. We came through this school, so everything that they're going through now, we have already been through, and a lot of those guys were on successful teams at Hillcrest. I have a couple guys that I played with. We were on an 8-1 team. I got a couple 2002 guys who went to the second round of the playoffs, so we know what winning is like, and we know what Hillcrest football used to be, and we want to keep it at that point there.
Yeah. And I think a big key, too, is these kids know you're young enough, you go out there, you show them what to do, and you can whip them. Yeah. And that was the same thing with Marquise, man. They weren't going to, look twice at Marquise either, right?
Yeah, definitely. We have no problem with getting out there and showing them what to do. And that's the benefit of having a mix between young coaches and old coaches as well, older coaches, should I say, as well. So I know we're young enough to get out there and run with them.
All right, so you guys got the new field turf last year, which is beautiful. You did a beautiful job on the color scheme. Now you're getting this field house, which will be done next year. How are those two additions impacted this program?
Oh, it's great. You know, we don't have to practice on a lumpy, dirt field anymore. You know, we got a nice turf field that we can go out and practice on. And, guys can work on their alignments and things like that, their true alignments. You know, the field is actually 53 1/3, not 50 yards, and things like that. But it's been great for us. You know, we can utilize the light so we can kind of go a little bit longer or start practice a little bit later if we need to take care of anything before that. And with the field house coming, you know, there's just more space. If lightning or anything like that, we can go in and practice. And we get a bigger weight room as well too. That way we can get our whole team in, whether it's varsity, sophomores, we can all get in there and get our work in together as a program. That way, freshmen are watching seniors work out hard, and soon there'll be seniors too, and they'll set the pace and be the example.
Yeah, and there's a buzz around the community. This whole district, Bremen, Tinley, Oak Forest, and Hillcrest, all getting new field houses for next year. And I have to ask you, man, Rich Central, first time you guys played each other since 2005 in the week one season opener. Of course, the Hawks came out on top. What was that atmosphere like for you, man?
Oh,
was
man,
it fun?
that atmosphere was amazing. It was amazing. And I want to thank the Central program and that administration over there for allowing us to do that game. I think that was great for the city. We've never seen our stands packed like that before, and it's something I hope that we can continue to do every year, because I think it's important for the city and for our players to understand that, hey, this is a big game and we can have big games in the south suburbs, and that they have support from the community.
Yep. All right, and what are the Hawks capable? Class 5A, man, you guys got to the quarters last year, furthest ever. What do you think this team's capable of?
I think we're capable of achieving all our goals that we have. The biggest thing is just taking it one day at a time, one game at a time, not looking ahead, not looking back, just focusing on what we can do now. Yeah. And that's just getting better, every day. And when that time comes, hopefully we'll be where we want to be.
Yep. And I should mention, folks, the program, freshman, sophomore, varsity combined 13-1. So this success looks like the success train is going to keep rolling along for a few more years, man. All right, Morgan. All right. Thanks a lot, man. Good luck the rest of the season, okay? Thanks for coming on board again. Folks, we're going to go to Elisa Thomas Salon Timeout Room. Our 3 locations, Mokina, Tinley Park, Orland. We come back, we're going to have on senior offensive lineman Danny Cattrom. He'll be our guest, leading the offense on the line. Stay tuned.
At Lisa Thomas Salon, we think loving yourself and your selfie starts with the perfect stylist. That's why we've assembled an amazing team, each with a unique passion for beauty, providing the perfect combination of innovation and experience. Then adding just a little bit of fun. For hair, skin, nails, and makeup, no one does beautiful like Lisa Thomas, because life's too exciting to settle for the same old thing. Schedule today at Lisa Thomas Salon, a Redken Elite partner with 3 area locations.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's is a trained technician and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island.
If you're suffering from physical pain, nothing else matters. The one thing that should is Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, because experience never mattered more. Serving the community for 25 years with over 90 years of combined orthopedic experience, our fellowship-trained surgeons provide individualized care to those suffering from orthopedic pain. We deliver comprehensive care from diagnostic to surgical to rehabilitative services, all under one roof in each of our locations. Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, bringing university-level orthopedic care close to home.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we are at Hillcrest High School, home of the undefeated Hawks. We're in Country Club Hills. We had to come indoors, though, man. It was us against the Mosquitoes, and guess who won? The Mosquitoes. So we came indoors. All right, so we just had on Coach Morgan Weaver. Now we got on senior offensive lineman Danny Cattrom. Danny, thanks for coming on board, my man.
Nice to have you.
All right, man. So nice season so far, and I'm a traditionalist. So the only way an offense can really be explosive is you got to have a good offensive line, and you are an offensive lineman. So what has been the key to the offensive line doing such a good job blocking and opening holes and stuff, man?
Well, we got a good coach, Coach Burkett. He teach us a lot of things. Fight out low, shoot your hands, all that. Yeah. Plus, the starting offensive linemen, we all been with each other since freshman year.
So you guys know each other real well, huh?
Yeah.
And what about weight room, man? Did you guys spend a lot of time in the weight room during the off season? What about your conditioning? You guys in tip-top shape here or what?
Yeah, we in good shape. We in the off season we've been in the weight room a lot. Like I'm talking about like every day, 6 in the morning.
Yeah, working hard, man.
Wednesdays we go out and run, so we stay in shape.
Yep, that's awesome, man. Hard work's paying off, right? Yeah. All right, so when you were a freshman, okay, you came in here. Did you think that the program was capable of what you guys have been doing? I mean, 9-3 last year, 5-0 this year. Is it kind of a surprise to you?
When I was a freshman, yeah, I did think we was gonna go this far. Like, it was a new coach. I really didn't pay attention to Hillcrest that much before I came here. I just knew I was going here. Yeah. And the first day I walked in that weight room that summer, almost everybody that's a senior you see on that field was up in that weight room with us.
So you guys all took it serious, man, and working hard, huh? Okay. So, you know, Coach Weaver, he took over a couple of years ago as the varsity coach. What's the biggest impact he's made on kind of you and all the kids, man, him and his staff?
He don't take no excuses. He makes sure we well disciplined. Yep. And he don't take no BS.
Yep. So he holds you guys accountable.
Yes, sir.
Right. No excuses. And you know he's a young cat. He's in good shape. So you guys know better than to kind of test him, right? I remember when Coach Weaver was a player at Hillcrest, man, and he could play. He was a good player. So you guys are learning from one of the best coaches around. So kudos to you guys, man. So that's that week 1 game, Rich Central, Hillcrest, haven't played each other since 2005. And what was that atmosphere like playing in that game?
It was a thick atmosphere. It was that was probably the biggest crowd I've seen. And to see everybody out there, it was like the first time looking at the crowd, I was kind of nervous.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Made you a little nervous? When did it finally kind of relax, man? Did it take a couple plays, or after a quarter, did you kind of settle in, or what?
After like the mid of the first quarter, I settled in. Yeah, but everybody get a little nervous in the first game.
Yeah, that's always a big game, big rivalry. A lot of guys talking smack, or was everything cool?
Some of them was talking. The people on Rich Central knew some people from Hillcrest, so they was talking smack to them. Yeah. And when they say something to me, I was just quiet.
Yeah, you weren't talking smack, man. Exactly, man. So, you know, you guys have been rolling. You guys really haven't been tested. You guys are beating everybody pretty convincingly. So what have the coaches kind of done to you guys to say, hey, you guys don't underestimate your opponent, man. You got to respect everybody. What have they done to kind of keep you guys focused on the big picture?
Every week, it's the same thing they tell us, no matter who it is. It could be the weakest team. Everybody play us the hardest. We like everybody's Super Bowl game. Yep. For some reason, they could lose by 49 the last week, and then come play us like we the Patriots or something. Right. Like we did best game.
You know what, man? You should take a lot of pride in that, because not too long ago, man, when people saw Hillcrest on the schedule, it was a win. You know what I'm saying? But now, because of Coach Cole and Coach Weaver, people respect Hillcrest. People kind of fear Hillcrest, but the main thing is they respect Hillcrest, man. So that's something you guys should be really proud of, being a Hawk, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Danny. Good talking to you, man. Good luck the rest of the season, too, okay? All right, my man. All right, we're going to go to an athletics, sports, and orthopedic physical therapy timeout. Our good buddy Tom Mulvey, 2 locations, Oak Lawn and Orland Park. We return. We'll be talking about last week's games, couple players of the week, all kinds of good stuff. Stay tuned. Athletic Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy is a 2,200 square foot facility that includes the latest in rehabilitation equipment, including the HydroTrack underwater treadmill. All therapists at Athletics are experienced and offer hands-on treatment for patients that require such therapy. Whether it's your feet, ankles, knees, hips, lower back, shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck, or jaw, Athletics is here to help. We at Athletics understand you as a patient have the right to choose where you receive treatment. Ask your physician if Athletics, with locations in Oak Lawn and Orland Park, is right for you. Whether you're in the mood for a Chicago-style hot dog, Italian beef sandwich, Philly cheesesteak, or charbroiled cheeseburger, Joey's Red Hots has you covered. In the mood for something lighter, Joey's Salads promises to hit the spot. Looking to cool off on a hot day or after a workout? Joey's refreshing homemade Italian ice will satisfy. Come check out Joey's Red Hots at 17400 Wolf Road in Orland Park or at 115th Street and Western Avenue in the Beverly community, where they're open until 5 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. No matter which location you visit, Joey's Red Hots promises to provide exceptional tasting food at an affordable price.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a half sausage for you and your husband and a half just cheese for the kids, who never seem to stop moving. Go ahead and take the night off, Mom. I got you covered. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'd like to thank Hillcrest football coach Morgan Weaver and senior offensive lineman Danny Cattrom for being our guests. All right, folks, results segment sponsored by Athletic Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy. Our good buddy Tom Mulvey, locations Oak Lawn and Orland Park. Tom will get you back on your feet, feeling as good as ever. All right, game I was at last Friday, Lincoln Way East 38, Lincoln Way Central nothing. For Lincoln Way Central, Ian Troster had a couple picks. Jack Roberts had a sack, but that was about the highlights for the Knights, who fall to 3-2. For Lincoln Way East, the big return of A.J. Henning, 5 carries, 77 yards. Also had a 54-yard TD reception. He looked as good as new. Jack Baltz, 8 of 11, 157 yards, couple scores. Devon Williams had 7 carries, 152 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Jordan Corbett had 10 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown. For Lincoln Way East, 5-0. They host Homewood Flossmoor, 7 p.m. Friday night. Marist 42, Joliet Catholic 6. For the Red Hawks, Mike Marquette, 8 of 13, 240 yards, couple scores. Marquette also had 119 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Jaden Thompson, 5 catches, 157 yards, 2 TDs. And Billy Skalitsky, 16 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown. For the Red Hawks, who are now 4-1. HF 28, Lincoln Way West 14. West gave them a battle, man. It was 14-14 in the second half. For the Warriors, Grayson Grimm hit Nick Gula on a 51-yard TD pass. Grimm finished 9 of 18 for 154 yards. Caleb Marconi, 23 carries, 118 yards. For West, falls to 3-2. For HF, Winston Russell, 50-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. He's an Oregon State recruit. Will Pauling, 64-yard TD catch. Leon Tana, don't call him Dan, our guest last week, 26 carries, 161 yards, and a touchdown. Dominic Jones, 7 of 14, 133 yards, and a score for the Vikings, who are now 5-0. Brother Rice, 20, Providence nothing. For Rice, Dylan Summers, 8 catches for 68 yards and 3 TDs. John Bean, 23 of 30, 175 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Johnny Bean was a guest of ours earlier in the season. For Providence, Logan Phillips, 99 yards passing. I do want to mention this Hillcrest game. They beat Lamont 27-7. Sophomore running back at Hillcrest, Marquise Irving, 300 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. 1 was a pass reception as well. So he got it done, man. He's only a sophomore, and he is a hoopster as well. So I'm really looking forward to checking this kid out next 3 years on the football field and on the basketball court. All right, the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. This is all about clutchness, okay? Evergreen Park quarterback Jake Westfall, all right? Overtime, they're trailing 13-7. Hooks up on an 8-yard touchdown pass to close the gap to 13-12. Coach Jerry Verdi, what does he do? He says, we're going for the win. Goes for the 2-point conversion. Westfall converted the 2-point conversion pass. The Mustangs win 14-13 over Oak Lawn. So that's a big win. Mustangs are now 4-1. So we're going to hook up Jake Westfall with a $25 gift certificate. Compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe, Oak Brook, Chicago. Stan's Donuts locations all over the place, as well as La Barra in Oak Brook. The Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week. Marist Volleyball's Maddie Arundel, 9 kills, 6 digs, to lead the Red Hawks over arch rival Mother Macaulay. For her efforts, we're going to hook her up with a nice $25 gift certificate and some goodies from Lisa Thomas Salon, Mokina, Tinley Park, Orland Park locations. Saw Lisa and Tommy Kamak over the weekend. Always a pleasure to see them. All right, folks, we are going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout every Monday at Labriola Bakery Cafe. Different Richie burger, and they've got the greatest burger around. Check it out. We come back, high and tight.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
At Lisa Thomas Salon, we think loving yourself and your selfie starts with the perfect stylist. That's why we've assembled an amazing team, each with a unique passion for beauty, providing the perfect combination of innovation and experience, then adding just a little bit of fun. For hair, skin, nails, and makeup, no one does beautiful like Lisa Thomas, because life's too exciting to settle for the same old thing. Schedule today at Lisa.
Whether you're in the mood for a Chicago-style hot dog, Italian beef sandwich, Philly cheesesteak, or charbroiled cheeseburger, Joey's Red Hots has you covered. In the mood for something lighter, Joey's Salads promises to hit the spot. Looking to cool off on a hot day or after a workout? Joey's refreshing homemade Italian ice will satisfy. Come check out Joey's Red Hots at 17400 Wolf Road in Orland Park or at 115th Street and Western Avenue in the Beverly community, where they're open until 5 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. No matter which location you visit, Joey's Red Hots promises to provide exceptional tasting food at an affordable price. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Okay, folks, High and Tight Time, sponsored by our good friends at Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, 2 locations, Oak Lawn and Orland Park. Okay, we talked about Coach Weaver. We had him on as a guest earlier, talked about the discipline, the commitment, the high standards, the high expectations, and him and his staff have done a tremendous job kind of picking up the baton from Coach Cole a few years ago, and they've taken the program to new heights. And as much success as they've been having on the field, what I really, really appreciate about Coach Weaver and his staff, man, is the victories in life. They're setting up their players for success beyond the football field when they're finished with college, be valuable members of their communities, and they have study hall a couple days a week before practice. They have the kids get finished with school, study hall, go out and practice. So there's a commitment there, and expectations have been raised. So that's awesome, man. So kudos to Coach Weaver and his staff. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great week. Get out to some games this week. We will see you next week.